Hi everyone, Dominic here and welcome to another video from Solid Visual. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create this Arabic architecture in ArchiCAD. With that being said, let's get started. I'm going to load the reference image by going to document and activate the figure tool, and then from here I'm going to go to the settings, then open to locate the image within the folders. I'm gonna just do that. This is the one. Open and hit OK. Finally place the image by clicking on the screen. Okay, I'm going to push it aside, then start the exercise. So one thing that we need to understand is different elements or tools that we can use to achieve this. If you look at this window in ArchiCAD, we have a window, so we can manipulate them to achieve this. And then if you look at the architraves around the window, we can use different tools such as a beam and a column to achieve this. This will be a column. And then the arc, I'm going to do it with a beam tool. And then this one is going to be just your normal complex profile component with either a wall or a beam tool. All right, let's get started. I'm going to activate the wall tool to create just this wall from here to the end. So I'm gonna just do that and give it a dimension of 30 meters. Hit enter. Then we are going to place these two windows. All right, let's place the two windows. I don't know, I'm not sure this is a door or what, but it looks like an entrance. But yeah, it looks like an entrance. You can start with it and place it. So I'm gonna go to a door tool under design tool palettes. Let's open its settings because we need something that has arc at the top. We're gonna work with the hinged doors. If we scroll down, we already have arch doors here. This one doesn't have a transom, so I'm gonna pick this one, arc door. Then we have this profile. I don't know, we can achieve it on the, we don't have it here. Maybe let's manipulate the HV grid, set the handle to whatever choice you might want. So I'm gonna click on this tab to access the door leaf panel settings. So within here, what I want to do is to mimic this horizontal profiles in this door. So I'm going to have it here. Let's get rid of the vertical lines to have 0 if it's possible. Unfortunately, we can't have it 0. So the horizontal are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's put 4. The materials, check on the preview first. Activate the front. You see what we are achieving already. Maybe 4 vertical and then try 0 on the horizontal. Perfect. It worked. And now what is important, so if you check on the 3D, we have glass here because this is not a glass. we need to turn this into a material that represent what we have in the image. So I'm gonna go to I click on this arrow to access all parameters, and then let's open the model attributes. I'm gonna set the uniform, or make the door surface uniform, so that I can just change leaf class. No, I don't. No, I just need to change the leaf class. Let's change the leaf class to a paint. Let's go for a white paint, and I can set everything to a white paint. Let's make it uniform and glossy white. Right, so this is what we have on the preview. I'm not sure with this profile. Let's go back to the all parameters section, and then what we need to do is to get rid of this casing. It's under fixtures and fittings, so I'm gonna click on the casing outside, get rid of it, then go back and go to the casing inside, then get rid of it. After this, let's hit OK, and finally place the door. I'm gonna place it somewhere here. Yes. So if we check this on 3D, we are having, this is our door. But if you look at the image here, let me open on this elevation so that you can do most of the settings. But I'm gonna copy this first, Control C to copy the image, because we need to have it pasted on the elevation view. I'm gonna right click and open this elevation, and Control V to paste it. I'm going to use center of the screen, something like that. Maybe scale it a bit, scale it down a bit by hitting Control K in your keyboard, and OK. Then I'm gonna pick the first point in the center, then the second point on the edge, then drag down to scale it down like so. I'm gonna drag it here to be closer with my elements. Okay, so if you look at the arc here, it's more profound, unlike this one. So we need to increase the height of the arc. So I'm gonna select the door, and what I want is the, let me go to the shape, but I need the height for the arc. To settings, let's see. Okay, where is it? Because this one is not for the, it's not for the door. Okay, the problem. I can't find where I can increase the arc. Let's change the height to 2.5 and see. Yes, I think it changed. I changed the height, and that definitely affected the arc, which is pretty much cool thing. I'm gonna make it a meter because it's a grand door. All right, so what we have is the architrave around our door that we need also to achieve. But you can also, appreciate this in 3D. Okay, to do that, I'm going to activate, like I said, the appropriate tool will be column and beam. Let's activate the column and zoom in and place it there. Okay, I'm gonna take this and set it to change the size to 150 by 150. Sorry about that. Okay, and needs to be, I'm gonna control D to have another copy to the other side. Go to 3D or elevation. Let's go to the elevation and adjust this height. Select this two and then adjust the height like so. Perfect. Now we need to have a beam crossover. I'm going to activate the beam with the same dimensions, so it's going to be 150 by 150. Oh, sorry. It's going to be 150 by 150 millimeters. And then I'm going to place it right on the center of that. So if we check on elevation, let's bring this down to the height. And I'm going to extend it from all sides like that. Okay, you know what? I want to have the reference line at the bottom of the beam because it's very important for the arc definition. So to achieve that, you can just scroll here on the info box. Then under the reference axis and offset, let's set this to be on the bottom. Yes. Then you can drag it down again there. So from here, you can either go to its settings and convert this into an arc, or just click on the reference line like this and curve vertically like so. All right, so we have an issue here. We need to stretch this to the point here like so. Perfect. I think it's not that accurate because let's stretch these ones here. And I'll pick parameters of this and transfer it to the other one. Then again stretch this to the point just for it to be accurate. Perfect. And then I think we need also to increase the height of the arc. Yes, where is it? Perfect. All right, and then I'm going to extend the height of the columns as well. No, it didn't work well. No, you know what? I think if you select this and then go to its settings, the beam, let's find under the end cuts and reference axis, instead of having vertical ends, I'm gonna have the horizontal ends for both the start and the end. This will automatically solve our thing. Bingo. Perfect. So if we check on 3D, we have an architrave around our elements. I'm not quite sure with the sizes of this. So if you look at the image, this is not that big as compared to our elements, so maybe let's tone it down. I think 100. Same to our beam, 100. Then align like so. Yeah, not bad, even though I still feel my architrave are still huge, but we can deal with it. Okay, now we need to create a profile that will mimic this. So the best way, I'll start by sketching this using a polyline tool. Let's activate the polyline tool, and if you see here, I'm gonna just draw a box. Okay. Then this will be like, I have a point here and then another point, then, but there has to be equal. So let me make it a box of 10 this side. Control Shift D to drag a copy. I just want to make sure these are precise. Then this is going to be an arc. This is going to be an arc. Yes, I think it's pretty much closer. Let me see again from a distance, but we have this, then that, then that. Let me see. I think it should be like this. Yes. Okay, so if I move this to my elements here, I'm gonna drag this to there, Control K to scale it accordingly, like that. All right, then copy this, Control C, and go to is it Options, Complex Profile, Profile Manager. Let's create a new profile, or just select the element to apply the profile and then capture the profile. It will give us this window. I'm gonna paste with the center of the screen. Put it there, yes. And select this. Subtract polygon. I'm gonna subtract these elements, get rid of that, select everything, align it with the origin point, which is this point. Okay, let me adjust the hotspots to I can get rid of most of the lines here. Then save it as I'll say ArchiCAD Arabic. Wait, okay. I think we need to make it available for both the beam and the column tool. So activate the beam tool, then save again. Let's go to our 3D and select the two columns. Apply the profile. So the profile, I think, needs to be reversed. Yes, it needs to be reversed. Let's edit, and then Control M. Oh, sorry. Let's select everything. Control M to mirror, or just mirror. Make sure it's accurately positioned. Then hit save. If you go back, that should be updated. There we go. Now let's apply it on the beam again. On the beam, you see we're having an issue. We might need to change the orientation of the profile. Let's hit edit. Then I'm going to, duplicate this. Let's duplicate that one, and then I'll just call it 1. It's fine. And let's rotate it. Control E. I'm gonna rotate it vertically to have it like that. Save. Go back and apply. Perfect. I think we need to realign our columns. I'm gonna do it on the elevation. I'm gonna position it like that and like that. All right. So yeah, that's basically how you can easily achieve this. Let's group. I'm gonna group all the elements. If you go to the plan view and align it, bingo. Yes, this is basically that. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's move on to the next item, which is the windows. So if you go back to our elevation, we have these two windows. Let's go to the ground and place them. I'm going to go to the design tool palettes and activate the window tool. After this, hit the settings to open the settings dialog. Here what we want to do is I think at the basic windows, historic windows, okay, we have this arch top window, and let's see. I'm gonna hit this one and hit OK, because I need to have that in the screen to reference. So I'm gonna open this that way, go back again. So let's see if we have the opening type, which is fixed. I think everything should be fixed, because, and then if we move next to the search options, right, I'm going to change the grid to be, let's see if we can find something that can represent that. I think this one here, substructure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go with the sunburst 4. And then if we move on to the next element, what we want, let's change the material uniform, all the surfaces, change this to paint black because they are black on that one, and I want to access the sash, so there's no how I can edit the sash, uniform sashes. Let's preview it and see first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. We might need to separate the sash and the window here if you really want to get it accurate. So I'm gonna start with this one, the top first. Let's activate the half round window and then change this. We still have the same settings, right? Okay. I thought I would win by separating them, but this is still the same thing. So it's gonna go back and make this fixed. Change this to sunbest. If uniform or no. Okay. Because I also want the panels to be 4, that it can only be achieved by maybe, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we already have that. We can start with the plain one, this one, yeah, right, and change the sash to the grid and set the grid. We have how many? Yes, I think this is accurate, and we can define the settings of the grid just to make uniform with the frame. So I need to confirm the frame size first. Frame width is 50. Let's make it 50 as well. Like so. Then yes, we have a consistent or a uniform sash dimensions. I'm gonna hit OK. So let's go to the ground and place this. So on elevation, let's open that and drag it down to 0. Maybe increase the height to door height, and we need to change the surfaces. Let's go to the model view options, make the surfaces uniform, change this to paint ivory, hit OK. Alright, if you look at this ones, make it 1.5 then. This wall also needs to be, because it's needs to be at the, yeah, something like that, so that we can, it covers 2 stories, so we need to have it at that height, maybe 4 meters. Yes, we'll come back to the door and adjust the heights as well. And to achieve the arch, I'm going to duplicate this and place it at the top. go to the settings and change this to a special window. Yes, then let's change the search type to the Sunbest 4. I think, yeah, this one is the accurate one, because if you look at the image, we have the inside arc. The only problem that I'm gonna have is the number of the search grids. So here we're having 3, 1, 2, 3, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the only problem that I'm going to, I'm gonna change this to paint ivory 4, and then hit OK. You can easily stretch it to align it with the main window like that. Is this accurate? No, but it's relatively closer to here, and it gives you the idea of creating this. And then the best way to achieve this result is to create your own custom window. To do that, let's go to the polyline tool to have a sketch first. I'm going to have a sketch over this window, or maybe let's do it here. This will be the sketch, and convert this into an arch. All right, maybe let's get, so from here I'm going to pick and offset the edge, a copy. Make sure you hit Control to add a copy. I'm gonna place it there. Offset this edge down. I don't know if you can be able to see my lines. Let me change this to a red color. Yes, not bad. Pick parameters of this and then draw this line, and then I'll have to draw this one. But the best way is to, let me have it here first. I'm going to draw it here, and I'm going to multiply this. Let's delete this one and multiply this one along the path, so that will give us accurate or precise results. So it's going to be pick path input, then rotate with the path, then after this hit OK. I'm gonna select this as an arc. Okay, then click on that. Perfect. I'm gonna select these two and group. Control Shift M to mirror it to the other side. And this needs to, let me suspend the group. This, it has to go up across like that. Okay, let's select lines, and we'll have to determine the height of our door. Maybe put it there. I'm gonna move it aside, then stretch this all the way there. Also this one, then I'm going to adjust this to the base. Okay, so if you look at the image, we have 1, 2, I'm not sure where the bottom, of course we should have other horizontal members. So I'm going to add it there. Just to mimic the image. Yeah, we have one here. I'm gonna mirror a copy like that. Okay, so from here you need to I'm gonna do it on floor plan. Let's copy this to the floor plan. Copy and place it here. So let's activate a beam tool. I'm gonna use this polygonal geometry method and set the dimensions to 50, because set it to 50. The surface of the, let's go to the settings and change the surfaces. Let's override everything and lock it so that you can change it once to ivory. Finally hit enter. I'm going to apply my beam in all these elements. I can do the that one like that, then this one, change it to this, then draw the mid member and the horizontal. Like that. Okay, so if I select this F5 in to isolate that, so we need to have a glass in between. So that one is going to be, I'm going to use a slab tool. Go to slab, change the structure to basic and set this material to glass, and the height should be 5 millimeters. Then I'm gonna apply it there. Hit F5 to isolate this in 3D. Oops. I don't know why I didn't do the other curve. Make this a curve. Okay. Alright, and then from here you can save this as a window by selecting everything, then go to libraries and objects, save selection as a window. We want to save this as a window. We want the horizontal plane. It says the new window will be rotated to fit the wall plane in a model which plane is parallel to the wall, the horizontal, right? And continue and save. I'm gonna call it Arabic window. Save. Okay. Then go back. If you go to window, it should be the one. Yes, this is the Arabic window. Let's place it and see. Show all, right click and show all in 3D. This is our window. You know what made this window to offset? It's because of the the height, the position of it in relation to the reference line, it's supposed to be on the 0, 0. You see, it's roughly 2.950 off. This 2.950 off from 0 is the one, if you measure this distance, is the one that is being projected here. So what we need to do is to set our window before we save to 0, and do the same to this elements. It's supposed to be on ground. Make the class project by 10. Let me zoom in to confirm. Even 5. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's now select this and resave it again. File, libraries and objects, save selection as a window. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the door as a window. Continue, then replace this one, hit OK. That should be fixed. Now we have our window in place. The problem is we have a rectangular cut. I don't know what is the problem. We have a rectangular cut that we can't get away with. I think it's because of the hotspots. Let's place the hotspots first before we save it. And I don't know how we can determine the hotspots. Okay, let's just do it on 2D. So activate the hotspot tool, then hotspot number 1, number 2 is this one, and 3. Okay, this needs to be, oops, move it to the corner. Here, and then let's try to save it from the plan view. Window, replace. Okay, no, we can't. Unfortunately, we cannot. Unless we make a provision of that cut already in our own. Let me go to its settings and see what exactly we can achieve here. There's really nothing in terms of the settings. I think there will have to be a GDL scripting to get rid of this. But for now, what you can do, it's maybe is to improvise, right? Let me do this. Yeah. Then turn this to an arc. And then let's save. Save it back. Replace. Hit OK. Then let's see. Oh, we didn't change the material of the element because I wanted to block off that. Let's see. General, external, structural. 230. Or replace. Okay. Yeah, that's the improvisation you can make. All right. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about this approach. And pretty much basically this is a repetition of what we just created so far. Only the difference, will have to create another profile for these elements and apply it on a beam, and they are good to go. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and up until today, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Don't forget to check our material resources. Check the link on the description. Check our website to access all the objects you might, or the libraries you might want to optimize your workflow in abundance. Check the link on the description. Also, we have the latest template, MS BIM 2025 ArchiCAD professional template, that is also available. The link also in the description. Thank you once again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.